So yeah, obviously I'd like to start by mentioning how awful the servers are on the Xbox version, and that yeah, losing stuff like your M4 that you travel a few hours to collect and bring back can be lost just simply because the servers are garbage and disconnected, don't keep your loot in your inventory and everything like that. So yeah, I've got no M4 and I've got an MP5K without a magazine. So yeah, now I've just got bullets and I single load by pressing Y and tapping on it. Am I pissed? Extremely. Do they need to get their shit together? Yes. God, it's like such a stupid thing to have a problem for, is to lose an item because of how garbage the servers are in this game. They are serious just trash. Like, I know I've been helpful in going over stuff in that, but like, wow. I don't see the point in doing anything if you just lose it like that. Like, I've been lucky, I guess, in the past, and you shouldn't throw things on the ground if you're scared of losing them, but I can't comprehend how that's like a fair thing that you would lose a weapon like that when a server disconnects for no reason. It doesn't give you any warning, it just shuts off. It's just stupid. What a stupid scope. So yeah, now I'm kind of a lot darker, and then you can feel the melancholy going on. Hello? Hello? Saved your life from the zombie. Hello? Hi, I saved your life. Do you have a mic? Why is he coming close to me? Hello? Jesus. I'm gonna die to this guy? Yeah, I don't think so. I am bleeding though, so that's not good. We'll have to watch out for that. Thank you for your patronage, sir. Is that a person chasing him? Or a zombie? I can't tell. Do zombies wear helmets? Did I save him from a person? And then he wasn't talking to me and he tried to steal something from that person? What a guy, eh? Jeez. And I know I did aim at him, so whatever. Take that as you will. I guess I'm bleeding a bit, but I think it's kind of fine. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I guess I didn't have a battery. I thought I grabbed one in the stream, but maybe I left it. That makes me feel a little bit sad. Yeah, so we're going to keep going. I kind of wanted to go over the patch notes that are supposed to be this week, so hopefully that goes. So basically what happened was they released this patch, and it wasn't a good patch because, you know, like their servers, they seem to be a little bit lazy with their developments. I'm being so negative because I'm so sore about that M4. I traveled so long for it, I had a full clip, I reloaded it, I spent the time with it, and then like the server disconnects, no warning, no issue, no problem, no connections prior, it just disconnects and I lose stuff, and it's not in the same server I was in, and when I come back into it, it's like, come on, you know, like really? You can't, that's a bug that's like in this game? It's ridiculous. I even tweeted angrily at them. I was like, come on guys, get your shit together. Whatever. I was just like, I'm so mad because I spent all this time getting it. And I even said it last time, it's like, I don't want to die because of disconnections. It's just as bad as losing an item. Like, I'm fine dying. I'm fine losing an item. I'm not fine when something out of my control, such as, you know, in that situation happens. And that's the reason I think my screen's getting a little dark because I think I'm losing a lot of blood. But yeah, I don't like to lose things in games when it's out of my control. It's fine if there's a factor that like somebody kills me or something like that. That's cool. You know, it's fine if I drop it on the ground like an idiot and run somewhere and then I lose it that way. That's cool. But to basically have something lost like that because of a server problem, it's ridiculous, and it's just unacceptable. I want to go over the patch notes, but first I gotta get some rags off of these bodies, or else I'm gonna bleed out, it looks like. These rags look disgusting. Let's get into this house first. So I'm gonna have to shoot single shot in order to deal with people. So that's gonna suck. Because as you can see, they can get a good cutout at me. Possibly kill me, even though I had a fully great gun that was available. I'm gonna double bandage myself up. I'm gonna have like weird bandages on my arms and be like, what's that for? What's that hole? And I'll be like, nothing. They just look cool. They look tough. I feel like I'm from I guess what the hell is that called? Crap. Mad Max, you know, you got the bandages. It kinda makes you look tough. You look like a road warrior or something, you know what I mean? That's what I'm kinda getting at. And really the silencer, the suppressor is still sitting there in my inventory. Great. Of all the things. Eat my canned tuna. So I don't get any of the food of the guy that I killed and worked, you know, all that hour to gather and get. That's a cool painting. So now I have to walk all the way back to the airfield to go and gather a M4 again. And I guess we're going to continue my video because I didn't actually get to show off the entire town last time, so I guess this will also be on guide on that. I again apologize, it's like sporadic. When you interact with people, all this wild stuff happens. And I'm not negative because I interact with people. I do like interacting with others and stuff. It's not that. It's the fact that I lose something on the server. And I'm going to dwell on that forever. That M4, Jill worked hard for that. She was starving and thirsty for hours because of that. I like how depressing it looks when you start bleeding out. Anyways, let's go over the patch notes. So this patch was supposed to come out, I guess, last week at the point of which this was uploaded. And it broke things. People lost their entire character inventory. It sucked, right? It's not cool. And now I guess they've fixed it and said, oops, guys, sorry about that. Anyways, it's supposed to fix the free space calculation in inventory. Thank you. So I might be focusing on an inventory guide in the near future. Because that's one of the things I've been saying is I wanted to wait until they've got that area tweaked and kind of, you know, natural as what it should be prior to making a video on it, right? Because it doesn't really make sense to make it. Was the water lower today? Usually there's good water. It doesn't make sense to make a video like that. Or is this because it's connected to the ocean? I don't know. We'll see. I remember being able to drink this water. Anyways, maybe there's like a pond over that way. I don't know. Yeah, it's something I don't want to work at doing or spend the time doing if it's just going to be incorrect because they're going to update and tweak things and fix it, right? So I kind of want it to be at a situation where it's like this is a normal state for this particular thing in the game, and then they're going to go forward. They're going to fix the controller reconnect issue where apparently people couldn't play after their controller died while the game was on. And they'd like just be stuck there and they could possibly die or something, which is kind of a terrible issue. I don't know how that's a problem. Yeah, it's a weird one. A hard hat. They're improving the listing of the servers in the server browser because the server browser doesn't make any sense because it's like 0 out of whatever. So it's nice they're fixing that. And they're working on improved title stability, whatever the hell that means. Hopefully that's disconnecting and losing everything. Like, why wasn't it on the floor? Where did it end up? It must have known it was going to be, or supposed to be in my character's hand. Whatever. God. By the gods. So this is the dock area. I don't really find there's good loot here, but it's sort of a nice calming spot. It's a safe spot. There are some like kind of areas you can check out, but again, I've never found any good loot here. The real good loot, and the good loot as in, you know, the good loot for this being a starter area, is really in the town area, the town section of this little city. So that side there, the strip. You usually find good things, like last time if I canned pears right off the bat. I think they're pears, you know, some sort of fruit that was canned. To the right, And then to the left is like the industrial area. I don't find the loot as good, and I find the section a little bit more dangerous to actually venture through. It's not that this isn't a safe town, even though I've just been going around killing people, but yeah, it can be a little bit unsafe, because this is where people go after they've kind of gathered loot to come back here. I think we might take more of a scenic route to the airfield next. I don't know. Let me know, guys, what you like to see. But we're just going to explore this area because I did want to go through it. There's a lot of cover over here. Like, this area is very open, but there's actually cover around the outside and lots of little buildings. So if you're getting chased by somebody like me, you know, that's got like a gun and everything, it's kind of smart to maneuver around in this section and use the different buildings to hide from people, because it is so well set up. Like, there's walls, there's lots of grass, and you can kind of edge along the track area, which is a little bit more fortified, so that you can get into town. We used to have, when we were working this, we'd have our sniper go up on this drum, and then they're actually able to see like the whole town area, which was a very good vantage point. And then we'd kind of sit around and wait, and they'd be like, oh, okay, there's somebody here. And then we'd go and we'd, you know, we'd take care of them or do whatever we were doing with our weird story time then. But yeah, again, I don't really find a lot of loot. Like, obviously you've been seeing like a couple melee weapons, so I guess that might be good if you're starting out and you need like something to open food with, you know, that option is there. But I don't really find this to be a very good loot area. I also find it's very sparse looking for towns down that way. You're more likely, I guess, to maybe find towns going that way, or at least food and kind of stable housing. This seems to be like the big hub area that's sort of in the middle section of where the housing is. Is this the... oh, this is the mining section. Yeah, I don't ever think there's good loot here. I haven't been here in a long time, but I do legitimately remember this particular section, because we looked up here before and we're like, yeah, there's not really anything here. Except for a burlap sack and a... ooh, clip. Well, I've got 2 pistols now, so whatever. I'd rather have the MP5 in hand. Let's see if there's anything in this. A cooking pot. This actually might be a good little spot here nowadays. Maybe they changed how the generation works. You know, as far as this being something that has that. I'd consider that a good spot now, because there's a cooking pot and a gun in there, so... something to think about if you're in this town. Just maybe getting a little quick look down in that spot. I don't think you could go in here. Yeah, you couldn't. We just kind of wrote this area off as like a useless section. We would sometimes chase people in here and take them out, but... yeah, I always just considered the mining, or I guess excavating, or whatever they call it these days, to be sort of a useless area. But that little shack there, I'd say that's a nice little shack to check out. There's a couple other food sections in here too. I don't remember this building being in here. Hoodies on the ground. A gun too? An AKM. Wow. What are the odds? I should have kept that 7.6 I had. Wow. That hurts. I didn't take any or bring any 7.6, did I? I just got the 5.5. Oh, man. Because I remember having it in my hand. And, like, you know, just sort of just leaving it because I was like, oh, I'm never going to have, like, an AK or anything. So that sucks. At least I'm pretty sure this takes... I did a video on this, I should remember, but I did so many guns that day that I don't even remember. I don't think it works. Well, we'll give it a whirl, because, I mean, what have I got to lose, right? Yeah, it doesn't work with this. Need 7.6. So this little mining area, actually some respectable loot, I'm thinking. Yeah, guns and stuff, not really ammo, but, you know, weapons and that. At least makes you look a little scarier. People might not mess with you. I'm definitely surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. But yeah, we usually move along the tracks there when we're running away from people. A safe little spot along the tracks. And then kind of move into the houses to get a little bit of safety. I do find these houses to actually be fairly decent, you know, with good starting food and that. And I think they know that because it is like a starter town that they find good stuff. I get that a lot of people seem to be starving or whatever in this version. It's a little bit weird, but you know, maybe you're just not looking in all the houses enough or the right spots because, you know, they're in there. And again, like think of it as like a two-parter, I guess, for these videos, just because the M4 completely threw me off and the interactions with people. I really want to go over this town because it's a key little spot. You know, a lot of people end up going here. They see it a lot. It's a very common area, and it does tend to have some pretty good stuff in it. And it can be like a useful starter. I don't remember this being here. Yeah, it can be that useful starter town where you first get your good kick going before you head out to wealthier waters. Nuka Classic. Well, I guess it's Cola Classic. Green shoes. Those are some nice kicks, but I don't know. Let's go up here. This is a pretty good little lookout spot. I don't remember this being here back in the day. I think it's a new addition. Good outlook, though. You can see down the main road that way. See down the main road that way. Good view of the backyard. Very hard for you to be snuck up upon. And you can see straight that way, too. This is a really nice little area here, this little food spot. And these usually tend to have pretty good loot, I've noticed. People don't really look inside them. And they have food in them usually, or a nice little teddy bear for you for storing things. I think that's pretty good. I've had good luck in the log cabins in here too. I remember that being very good. And obviously, you know, you got the water section in the back that we mentioned in the last one. I guess I could show it off again because I do need water. And I found that this area is actually, I like this town. I have fond memories of doing weird things here. And I did think it was kind of an all-around little town where they got a lot of things going on. Obviously, the pond back there, if you want a bit of a scenic thing. Is this from when I killed that guy? I'm actually curious if that was a zombie or not. They looked like a zombie when I was playing. Masking tape. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is some kind of other thing going on. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's the same server or not. Stay vigilant, I guess. Right? Does seem where I killed them. Pretty sure this is a different server. So I remember the loss of it and then I disconnected it. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Completely different side problem. Back into this house, you know. We'll have to pay respects for the M4. No. Yeah, this is the same town with the glitched paper, or the same server with the glitched paper and stuff. It's like a phantom paper. It's like a ghostly room. It's like, do you think my M4 defaulted and turned into paper? Is that why there's all the paper everywhere in this game? This doesn't make any sense. It just becomes like, that's what guns and everything turn into if they're neglected or lost. In the server's transaction, they just like become a piece of paper. Just a flappy thing in the wind of disappointment and sorrow. Infinite sorrow. That's a zombie. Is that a person over there? That's a zombie. And this appears to be a zombie too. There's a greenhouse. Is there anybody out there? I've also had good luck in the past getting food from the big building over here. Kind of showed it from the top of where the... Crap. From the top of that one building. I don't want to deal with zombies right now. Don't breathe so heavy they can hear you. Zombies smell that. Oh. Yeah, they kind of changed the layout of this in years, haven't they? This little truck. Maybe we'll find something in there. I don't know. Whoa, a lot of zombies. Damn. It's like a zombie apocalypse or something. This building here, I usually find good food in it. Yeah, the big red one. I typically mention to stay away from these kinds of buildings because I never find anything good. But I do have good memories of being like, I need food and stuff, and this being the area that would deliver on that. So we've got the radio thing too. something to look at in the future, guys. I'd have to read up on what the hell they really are for. I think they're kind of useless because you like chat with people on them and stuff. And yeah, not a huge fan. But I do recall in dire situations and needing food and finding it there. Anyways, that's about this town. I think we're gonna move on and go to somewhere else and kind of make our way back to the military base. I'm very displeased with the servers in this game. I'm so frustrated about that, like losing that item because of that silly reason is just terrible. It's just tragic, and I know other people have lost stuff due to that. It's something that needs to be fixed. It's a big problem. You shouldn't lose items like that, or they should at least be in the world or something if you rejoin them. Just a tragic loss. And I think this is a safe-ish sort of spot collar on this one. Yeah, definitely a little safe corner to chill out in. If I can crouch, there we go.